Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new on my channel, then welcome. Today I'm doing a requested look that has taken me a while, but at least now it's here. I decided to bust out my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I really miss doing tutorials in general, and I'm really glad to be doing one again for you, and I hope that you guys like it. Also, if you saw my hair review video, I mentioned in that one that I will be showing you guys what it looks like when I'm wearing braids with the extensions, and I realize that you probably won't be able to tell a huge difference. Honestly, I'm only wearing like a couple of wefts anyway, smaller ones, but yeah, it still looks very natural, like you cannot see the clip-ins. But I'm going to stop talking now. If you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. We're going to jump straight into the palette. I have prepped my face already. I have applied my classic Urban Decay primer potion on my eyelids, and I have also applied the NYX dark circle concealer. It's weird how I cannot remember that name for the life of me. The dark circle concealer in the shade medium. Oh, and I also have the BECCA First Light priming filter as my primer for the face. I've really missed this. I love this palette. I'm going to first take the shade Burnt Orange, which, as you can clearly see, is one of my favorites. And I'm going to start building up my crease with that. I'm just following the natural shape of my eye, and I'm of course taking it slightly higher than my natural crease. Well, actually quite a bit higher than my natural crease, but we want to cut the lid, so for that I need to be able to actually see the lid. Is the light too dim? I have some natural light coming through as well, so I'm just testing how that is, but I think it's a bit better. Okay, so now next I'm taking the shade Mulberry, and I'm going to pretty much put it exactly in the same shape, exactly on the same spot that I did the previous shade, but I'm just going to keep it slightly lower and blend it into that orange. And I'm going back in with the previous brush to buff over the edges. I think I might need a smaller brush. Okay, now I want to cut my crease, and for that I'm going to be using something that I haven't used in a long time. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. So I'm just going over the top part of that concealed area and just very lightly buffing over the edges because I do not want to mess up what I just did. We have cut the lid, and now I'm going to apply the main color on the eyelid, and I'm going to take the shade Rose Pink. And I'm not taking the shimmery shade all the way in. I'm going to leave this outer part empty. So I'm first taking the shade Sienna to start building up the outer V, and I'm going to buff that pretty much on the empty area. Next I'm taking the shade Cypress Umber, and I'm going to start blending it from my lash line upwards to my brow, but I'm not going to go above the place where we have cut the lid. And I'm going in kind of like a diagonal motion. You'll see when I'm applying the shadow, but I'm taking it kind of almost like winging it out, but it's like a very broad wing if you want to think of it that way. And I'm just taking the previous brush and tapping over the middle part, making sure that it blends into that shimmery shade. And I'm just taking the tiniest amount of the shade Noir, and I'm putting that very close to my lashes. I'm pretty much tracing my lash line and just ever so slightly blending it upwards. And I'm taking the previous brush and blending that black into that brown. Or smudging it, maybe smudging is the better word. And I'm not really worried about the outer V part because I'm going to clean it up anyway, so it can be messy. And just for good measure, I'm going back in with the Mulberry shade, and I'm going to trace the cut crease one more time and blending. And I'm making sure that these outer parts connect, because otherwise there'd be this weird gap, and I do not want that. So in order to save some time, I cleaned up underneath my eyes, and I also did the face makeup off camera really quickly. If you want to know the products I used, I will link them in the description box as always. Now let's finish up this eye look. So I'm going to first take the shade Sienna, and I'm going to run that all over my lower lash line. Taking a fluffy brush just to buff over. Now next I'm taking the shade Mulberry, and I'm putting that on my lower lash line as well. Again, just blending the edges a bit. And lastly, I'm going to mix the shades Cypress, Umber, and Noir, and I'm going to put that closest to my lashes, but kind of only a third of the way in. And I'm making sure that I connect the top lid and the bottom lid, and just smudging over with the previous brush. And that is pretty much it, because I have already highlighted my inner corner. I use the same highlighter that I used on my face, which is the BECCA Opal. I'm going to tightline as well. So I'm going to, of course, use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion. I think that's the eyes done. So now all we're gonna do is we're going to curl the lashes, we're going to apply some mascara. I'm also going to apply the Doll Beauty Doll Lashes. Of course, I love those lashes, they're my favorites. But I'm not going to go for my favorite style, which is a Jasmine. I'm going to go for my second favorite style, which is Eva. And as the final step, I'm going to apply the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. And that was the whole tutorial. It was a super quick video because I've been doing more talkative ones recently, and I just wanted to do a quick one that wouldn't take you too long to watch. I really like this glam look that came out. Very appropriate for the palette, and I hope you guys like it too. I really enjoyed creating this look, and if you enjoyed watching me create this look, then please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And that is all from me, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!